Good morning, folks. Welcome to QuantSap. This is Vicky Sajnani. Let's get started with the morning market brief. Nifty shut sharp 18,748, 750 levels approximately, 0.24% up. Nifty Bank 44,166, 0.22% up was yesterday's reading. Let's see where the SGX Nifty is pointing to. SGX Nifty is pointing to a 58 points cut after the Fed announcement of 50 basis point hike and more hikes on the annual possibly. So let's see the charts. Well, looking at the charts as such, not that, there is a negative divergence, but then there is not much trouble on the street. Major support zone is 18,500 and 18,000. These are the two major levels on the lower side. Of course, you have intermittent support at close to 18,400 levels also. So that's the nuance which I get. And on the higher side, 18,800, 19,000 and 19,200 are the major levels, or major hurdles. So psychological level of 19,000 will play out as a major hurdle as of now. Looking at the OI picture, we are seeing some amount of longs coming in, but not that substantial as such. But then on an overall basis, you are seeing a mix of shorts and longs. So not a clear trajectory for the Nifty. Well, looking at the OI picture, you have 19,000 as the strong call OI built up. And on the lower side, you have 18,000, which has seen some amount of unwinding in puts. And also, of course, you are seeing some unwinding close to 18,500. So, and 18,300 also. So that's a mixed bag there, but major supports 18,500, 18,000 on the lower side. Looking at the Bank Nifty, 44,000 is a litmus test, and then you have 43,500. On the higher side, you have 44,500 and 45,000 as the major levels. Looking at the OI, well, kind of stable there. You have longs coming in, not that substantial longs which got added on yesterday, but then on an overall basis, you have a long unwinding cycle which is going on. Well, looking at the option OI picture, you have 45,000 as the highest call OI after the 44,000 level. Of course, that's the 45,000 is the resistance, 44,500 is the intermediary resistance on the higher side. You see 43,500 and 43,000 as the major levels on the lower side also. Idea, RBL Bank, India Bull Housing are the major gainers yesterday. Colpal, which is Colgate Palmolive, Page Industries, Hind Petro, the major losers. Well, looking at the index contribution, 21 points positive was IT. We had marginal negative points from FMCG was 9 points, 9.6 points negative. Private banks minus 3.4 points negative, close to 4 points negative contribution from oil, minus 4 from telecom. So you had a positive contribution from metals and NBFCs also. So metals contributed 9 points on the positive side. NBFCs contributed 10.33 points on the positive side. Looking at the OI picture, FMCG on the short side, metal, power, fertilizer on the positive end, IT also on the positive end, which is the long built up essentially, which we are seeing. Well, one stock could be MCX, quoting at thereabouts of 1669. 1700 happens to be the resistance point for this, and 1720 and 2025. Major supports being 1641 and 1598. Of course, the stock is looking like overbought in the RSI zone. There could be a pullback that cannot be negated as such. But then we'll see how that pans out, and a positive momentum above the high should take it to higher levels. That's a nuance. Well, looking at the built-up scenario, open interest is not that substantial as it was earlier on. So let's see if this comes back into flavor. Looking at the OI picture, there has been substantial unwinding on the 1700 strike, call OI, unwinding on 1660, 1640 OI, also call OI. There's been an unwinding there. Well, there's been sharp moves in the past 2 days, which has caused that possibly. You have 1600, which is the put OI, which should act as a support zone for the counter. The other stock which we're looking at is Apollo Hospitals from the negative end, bearish nuance. Well, 4660, 4659 is the support. 4503 is the next major support. On the higher side, 4789, 4790 levels is the zone of resistance. 4930, 40 is the next major level of resistance. So slippage is possible. On a slippage, breakdown of supports, you can see a momentum in this counter on the bearish end. So we are seeing shorts built up. Let's see how that pans out during the day. Looking at the OI picture, well, 4800, 4900, you have a concentration of call OIs, which means resistance is getting stronger. Put OI, substantial put OI is at 4400. And there is some put OI even at 4,700 where the market is right now. I mean, where it's quoting close to where it's quoting right now. So India Bull Housing Finance banned list. India Bull Housing Finance, GNFC, BHEL, Delta Corp are the stocks on the ban list. Before I wrap up the session and summarize, I would like to highlight to you that please consult your financial advisor before participating in any derivative trades, and also follow strict stop losses for derivatives trading as such. So we've discussed MCX on the positive end, Apollo Hospitals on the negative. Ban list is GNFC, BHEL, Delta Corp, India Bull Housing Finance. Sectoral long built up is metals, power, fertilizer. Short built up yesterday was FMCG. And of course, Nifty, Bank Nifty levels have been given out there. Well, that's it from my side. Wish you happy trading and all the best.